I call him the inventor of narco-terrorism. He had the audacity to drop leaflets at the car bomb sites. We prefer a tomb in Colombia than a jail cell in the United States. I've killed all these innocent people because Colombia, I am at war with you. He was taking credit, no doubt about it. My initial reaction was, how do we attack this? I mean, you're looking at the biggest narco trafficker in the world, but we never realized that violence that he had behind him. The brutality, the barbaric side of him is something I will never understand.
You're out on helicopters flying around, going on mountain patrols, patrolling the valleys. You're just trying to follow up on any lead you could. I've been a cop since 1975. That's the closest I've ever come to burnout personally.
Workers in Colombia are cleaning up damage from 4 powerful bombs apparently planted in response to this week's government crackdown. Police are warning many influential Colombians that the cocaine kingpins have marked them for death.
The search became a war because of all the police officers that Pablo killed. It got personal.
Decirle que si esos 2 muchachos no me aparecen, le mato la mamá y los vecinos a esa que a mí nunca en la gran vida me van a coger y que yo desde la selva los mando matar a todos.
Maintaining your professionalism, you're thinking, if I encounter Pablo Escobar, I've got no problem pulling the trigger on this guy.
I started my DA career in Austin, Texas. I was doing a lot of undercover work.
On the ground, man. On the ground.
And I was dealing with the street aspect of the distribution.
I got it.
To me, 4 ounces of coke, a couple of ounces of meth we were busting the streets was great. Like, wow, I had never experienced this. After 4 years, when I get to Colombia, I'm assigned the Medellin cartel investigation. I was in for a big awakening.
High in the Andes Mountains of southwest Colombia, the Indians have for centuries grown and cultivated these small privet-like trees. Their produce is so sought after that people lose their fortunes and sometimes their lives in pursuit of its beguiling properties.
A monkey will bar press for a cocaine reward and continue to bar press for thousands and thousands of times, even though it's dying of hunger and there's food in the cage. It will prefer cocaine to food that will keep it alive. It'll prefer cocaine to a receptive female. It'll prefer cocaine to water in the cage, even though it's dying of thirst.
We formed an informal task force in Colombia at that time. My first partner was Gary Sheridan. Gary and I used to just visit Medellin. We would not stay there. We'd go there maybe on a weekly basis. And I always remember when they would pick us up at the airport, it'd be about 3 or 4 cars. And I remember all the cops used to put their guns on their thighs. And I'm like saying, hey, they'd always tell Gary, y'all got guns? Says, yeah. get them out. Like I wasn't used to this. So we'd drive around with 3 or 4 cars and everybody was armed to the teeth.